today I'm going to take you through an Amazon list that I basically created myself, focusing on diapering. Okay, so if you're working on your baby registry, this is all the diaper stuff you need to know. We are going to first start with some products that I actually don't recommend and don't want you to get. So let's kick it off with the wipe warmer. Okay, so wipe warmers are not necessary, all right? When you're at a restaurant, when you're on the go, you don't have a wipe warmer in your diaper bag. Baby doesn't need to get used to warm wipes. They will live, they will survive. My other thoughts, fire hazard, having to restock it, and possibly the wipe warmer drying out your baby wipes. So for me, the wipe warmer is 100% a skip. The next major skip for me is the diaper genie. This is any diaper pail for that matter. Okay, some of these items, I'm putting them on here. I'm not actually dissing on a certain brand. I don't like diaper pails in general. Fancy, cheap, anything. Don't like them. Some people will look at me and be like, well, then where do you put your diapers? I don't know, in the trash can? Not that big of a deal. A lot of people take their trash out daily or every other day. You can also bag the poopy diapers before putting them in the trash. You could also have a specific trash can in the nursery or in the garage, in the laundry room, somewhere that's maybe not your kitchen. There's so many options, okay? Obviously, we can live without a diaper genie. And another reason why I say skip the diaper genie is because it comes with parts and accessories. Not to mention, have you ever bought a diaper genie secondhand? Have you ever seen anybody do that? These items, they get stinky and nasty and nobody wants a used diaper genie. So it's a lot of plastic ending up in the landfills. I think it's unnecessary. Okay, and then a couple accessories that go with it. When you buy the diaper genie, you get sucked into buying all these accessories like bag refills. Now, some diaper pails do come with the option of using regular trash bags. I would recommend those over the specific certain kind of trash bags. I feel like buying the refills, it gets expensive and kind of like annoying. And one more thing, the upkeep. So I would use regular trash bags if possible. But overall, skip the diaper genie. And then a final accessory with the diaper genie is like odor eliminators, things like this. You get sucked into them because guess what? The diaper pail stinks. Why does it stink? Because it's full of 20 stinky diapers versus say your kitchen trash can has like a few in it. Obviously depends on your baby, how old they are and all that jazz. But I think it's just nasty to have this like one space full of nasty diapers. Just my opinion. I did not have one and would never get a diaper genie. If I had to start all over, 100% would not get one. Another item I would not get and will not recommend to you is a changing table, okay? This specific piece of furniture goes in the nursery. It's your changing table. On top, underneath, you might store backup diapers, wipes, extra clothing, whatever floats your boat, honestly. But this piece of furniture is so pointless in a way. It serves one purpose and that's it. If you want a changing station, I recommend doing it where you just put it on top of a dresser that's a little more functional. So for me, 100% skip this style of changing table. So if you're still concerned about where you're going to change your baby, I would do something like this on a dresser, okay? Pros and cons to everything, of course. Now, I would not get this specific one. $150 is way too much money. But what I do like is this one is rubbery. It's easy to like wipe down and clean versus a cloth one. So if I was going to get one, it would be this style. But I don't believe you need a changing pad or a changing table or even a changing table that goes on the dresser. What we did was with our babies, we had their crib in the room and we always had a bed, kind of partially for mom to sleep in, but also during the daytime, it was in one of our kids' rooms, it was like a queen guest bed. And then the other one ended up being a twin. We put a quilt down, like a baby size quilt on top for the comforter, and we would change them on that quilt. So it protected the comforter and it was an easy place to change baby. I'm also a fan of changing them on the couch, again, with a quilt under them or on the floor. I don't need a specific changing situation, I guess. I like my diaper caddy and I'm good to go. You don't need the perfect situation. I just don't think it's necessary. I think things like this, there's a big risk of baby like rolling off of them versus on the bed. They can still roll off, but there's a little more space to work with. On the floor, they're not going to roll off the floor. I just really like items that are more multi-purpose versus things that are very specific and they serve one job. I'm a big fan of just a quilt on the floor. All right, that quilt can be used for so many different things. All right, so I would not recommend this in all honesty, but I would recommend this over the changing table. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And as I was saying on that last changing pad, how it was rubbery and easy to wipe down, you have some changing stations where it's more of a soft one. I think that's more comfortable for baby, but then you're buying these covers. This right here is a 3-pack of covers. So you're constantly taking off the cover, putting a new one on. And that just seems like extra work in my opinion, and one more thing to own. And you need to make sure that these like little sheets like match the changing pad you have. I'm just not a fan. All right, I'm just truly not. And then you have the people who don't want to be bothered with changing those cloth covers, so then they'll get a disposable changing pad to put under baby. So to me, this is more stuff ending up in a landfill. Also, like, are you going to spend $150 on that really cute peanut changing pad and then put this on top of it? Or are you going to buy the cloth one and again, put this on top of it? Seems like extra work, an extra step, and just more in the trash. For me, it's a no-go. If you were going to get these, I would get a small pack and maybe save them when you know baby's having a blowout. Like you can just see it's up their back. Then this might be a nice thing to set out and change them on. That's reasonable. Get a small pack and try to find them affordable. This pack right here, I believe, actually is for people or for pets. Maybe it's cheaper than the ones in the baby aisle. I don't know. I don't know the safety on that for dogs, cats versus humans. But try to find ones that are affordable, and sometimes getting out of the baby aisle can be more affordable. But overall, I don't recommend these. I never had these for my kids at all. None of the items you have seen so far have I had for my children, I guess I should say. None of these items were in my home. Okay, so you don't have to have them. Okay, enough talk about changing pads. I wanted to throw this on here just to change it up. So this is a 3-in-1 potty seat. This one is the one that we actually have in our home for potty training our own children. What I like about it, the lid can come down. It can be a stool to wash their hands. The seat can come off and go on the toilet as like a smaller seat insert. Really nice. But then also it can be a potty that you can travel with and take with you and just be a portable potty. I do enjoy this one. It's been serving our family well and done a good job for us. So do you need to put a potty on your baby registry? I would say probably not unless you're interested in elimination communication, which is like really, really early potty training. That's a whole nother thing to look into. We did not go that route, so I can't talk to you about it, though it does seem very, very interesting and honestly like a really beautiful thing to do for your child, but not the route we went for our own reasons. However, if you are considering it, get a potty. Now, you could put a potty for their first Christmas, their second Christmas, or their first or second birthday as well. So don't feel pressured to put it on here, but I did want to throw it on there just in case it's something that you are interested in. One more item I wanted to put on here that's a little bit out of the norm, not your disposable diaper route, would be cloth diapers. I'm not an expert. I purchased them with my first child. They were secondhand. I didn't buy them new. With our life situation, it ended up not working out for me to use them. I didn't use them, honestly. I focused more of my attention on breastfeeding and things like that versus cloth diapering. I did do a video on cloth diapering recently, just discussing why I wish I would have done it, and I think it's an amazing thing to do. If you were interested, obviously there's tons of resources online to learn more, but I wanted to throw these on here because if you're thinking about it, that would be something to put on your baby registry. Okay, a beautiful thing about cloth diapers is you can use them for all your children. So, take advantage of it with your first baby on that baby registry, and you could be diapering all your children. That would be amazing. There's many different types and styles to look into. There's like all-in-ones. There are the pocket diapers, and then I like the ones where it's more like a shell and you just put the cloth in. I feel like those are more maybe flexible. So that's what I was going to do with my babies. Cloth diapers, they're here if you're interested, and definitely do a deeper dive if that is a route you want to take. Let's get back into some of the more disposable diaper and wipe products at this point. Okay, so you can buy these really small portable changing pad, basically portable diaper changing pads. They have wipes, they've got diapers, and then it like unfolds and it can be a place to change baby. These are great. Some people clip them on the back of their seat in the car. I didn't really use mine in the car. I didn't buy one specifically. The one I used came with our diaper bag. So look into that. If your diaper bag comes with one, I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting a second one. I think the one your diaper bag comes with will serve you well enough. So like I was just saying, my diaper bag came with a changing pad. This diaper bag is very similar, if not the exact same one we have. Now, I've actually done a video on ditching the diaper bag recently, but I'm not necessarily anti getting one. Okay, so hear me out on this. So I like the diaper bag in the beginning when they are, breastfeeding and they're doing frequent diaper changes. You do need to have that stuff with you and handy, burp cloths for spit ups. They just need a lot when they're itty bitty. You go through outfits, things like that. As I get older, I don't feel like you need to carry it in everywhere you go. I'll see people with a diaper bag in the grocery store. I never took it in. They could manage for 45 minutes without needing anything. So I've ditched it. I more so do a purse backpack now, and it's more my stuff with like diapers and wipes. And slowly I'm eliminating having child items go in with me everywhere we go. The diaper bag though stays in our car still, and it is stocked with extra backup outfits, backup diapers, backup wipes. It's my mom zone for baby stuff and for toddler stuff and even older children. You can still use it, just leave it in the car, and that can be your base. Okay. I still like a diaper bag, even though I'm transitioning out of using one myself. It still serves us and serves a purpose for us, okay? Alrighty, I sort of touched earlier on not wanting a diaper pail and being able to just bag up the diapers and throw them in the trash. You can buy bags like this in a little container to put them in. People use these for their dogs on walks, you know what I mean? So these can be little diaper bags. I didn't actually buy these and use these. I used old grocery sacks that we already had in our home from the grocery store. I use reusable bags at the grocery store, but I still end up with some plastic sacks making it at home. Where we live, they still do use plastic. You can get these or just use what you already have. For me, it was use what I already have. Why would I buy these? You can use these at home if you don't have a diaper pail, like I said, or you can use these on the go in your diaper bag when you're out in public and just don't want to stink up a trash can somewhere else. These can also be an option if baby has a blowout and they have like a dirty shirt or dirty pants or something like that to put dirty clothes in to get them home. You could, say their shoes get muddy, you could put their shoes in these for the ride home. So it's just a bag to have with you. They're pretty small, so they're not going to fit a ton, but as a parent, it is a good idea to have some baggies with you. Again, I did not have these. I had grocery sacks that I rolled them up really, really tight, and I kept them in a certain pocket in the diaper bag. All right, so you can make it work with or without these. I can't hate on them entirely, though. You might not need 300. I would try to use them limited because, again, things are ending up in a landfill. If you can, find ones that are biodegradable even maybe. I don't know if that's actually worth it or not, but, might be worth a shot if you care about the environment. All right, we are going to now talk about a few items that I do recommend and that are some of my favorites, most frequently used. So diaper caddy. This one's like a felt style. We do have a felt style. Ours is a little darker in color, but very similar to this. So couple pockets, basically. I kept wipes in one pocket, diapers in the big one, and then the other one would have any other accessories like the butt paste and spatula and even nail clippers or a brush, maybe just random stuff. So for the price, it's an item that I use every single day, multiple times a day. And now I have used it for over 5 years. Okay. Even just with 2 kids. It is a worthwhile item. I also will say I like this because later on, this is going to be a hair basket. It can serve more purposes in the future. Okay. It's not just, it doesn't scream diaper caddy 100%. This could be hair products in their bathroom as they grow older. Now that felt one will serve you well and does do the job. The sides are a little wonky sometimes. And honestly, I wish I would have done one that was a little bit fancier. I like this one. It's green, gender neutral, looks a little cuter and a little more, hardy, but still a really affordable price. So I would have probably done something more like this. Again, all you need is a couple pockets inside. They show it with things like a bottle and this and that. Diapers, wipes, and then a small area for accessories is all you need. Now, I want to show you one more option for storing your diapers and wipes that I don't like. Okay, I don't like this at all. So it's just a different style. It would go well with a changing table or a changing pad. But for me, I change my babies on a quilt on a guest bed. This would probably fall over more versus the caddy has the handles and it just sits on there a little more nicely and more sturdy. This is not going to have a second life. What are you going to use this for in the future? I don't immediately see a reason or a way to use it other than just trying to resell it. Whereas that diaper caddy, like I said, can live on. So for me, I would do the caddy style. I would skip this style. I don't like it personally. All right, so this is one of the butt paste options out there. We did have this one in our home. I cannot say that brand name. I'm not even going to try. We used it. We liked it. I definitely think you shouldn't try too many. It can mess up their skin. Try to be consistent. Use it minimally. We did not even come close to going through what we got from our baby shower. I never purchased this myself. Don't go too crazy on it. Hopefully your baby won't have rashes. Mine did really, really well. Okay, they did not have a lot of diaper rashes. Find the right diapers and wipes and hopefully your baby will do okay. And then if from there you need to find the right cream that works with your baby. Don't get bulk amounts on your baby registry. This cream might not work for them. So don't buy it in bulk. Okay, keep it minimal and maybe test a few if you need to, but don't intentionally keep mixing it up and messing with their skin. And then along with that diaper cream, I am going to recommend the spatula. Is this item a need? Absolutely not. This is not a need. All right, you can use a wipe. You can use your finger and then wipe your hand off. Whatever. You could even use something you found in your home. You could go buy a kitchen spatula from Goodwill and use that and then throw it away when you're done with it, once you're done having kids. My point being, this is not a need for me. This was a luxury item, even though it's only $6. Okay, luxury doesn't have to mean expensive. For me, I don't have them too long right now, but typically I have long natural nails and it would get under my nails. It's gross. It's unnecessary. I liked the bum brush. I would only get one. You don't need this in your diaper bag. You'll see them where it's a big one and a little one and, oh, travel for the diaper bag. You don't need it. When you are on the go, you're not going to put cream on your baby. Unless they are just like red as Rudolph's nose, you're not going to do it. Okay, if I change my baby in a public place, I'm trying to get them in and out of there as quickly as possible. You don't have an area to settle this stuff up. You're lucky to get your baby changed with the diapers and the wipes not falling on the floor. You're not going to do accessories on the go 90% of the time. Okay, now if you're at a friend's home and you want to do it, great, whatever. But I would only get one and have it on your main changing station at home. Okay, so for me, this would be in that diaper caddy in my child's room on the quilt where we change them. Should you put diapers on your baby registry? In my opinion, 100% yes. Tell people, hey, I want the diapers, bring on the diapers. I'm thankful, I'm appreciative. If you're having a diaper party, like sometimes for the guy they'll do that, still put it on your baby registry because then people will know what to get you for even that. If you have a brand that you like or care about. Now, if it's your baby registry, you're probably a first-time mom and don't even know what diapers you're gonna like, okay? Do your best, make a guess. Sometimes if you are consistent and you go with one brand, you can get like discounts or coupons or like earn points, like Pampers does that. Now, for me, didn't like Pampers diapers, not one bit. I have girls. Sometimes it matters on gender, but not a fan of Pampers. Not as newborns, not older babies. We liked Loves for daytime and we would do Huggies at night. We felt like Huggies were the bomb for us. Huge fans, and yeah, they were our jam. And even within a brand like Huggies, there's little snugglers, there's like little movers, there's different types of diapers, and you will find what you like for your baby. Okay, so should you put it on your registry? In my opinion, yes. This tells me you are a practical mama, and like I said, you will find your way and figure out which ones work best while you're working through that pile that you accumulated from your baby shower, and you're obviously appreciative of all those diapers, but then you will find what you end up wanting to purchase down the line. And with disposable diapers, we are going to want some disposable wipes. Now, one pro to putting wipes on your baby registry, your baby never outgrows wipes. Okay, versus like, oh, I got too many newborn diapers or too many size ones. Wipes work forever, and wipes even work into toddlerhood, okay? You're still going to want wipes handy with toddlers. They get sticky, they get a sucker at the bank, a donut here, whatever. Wipes are your friend basically forever. Store them appropriately, don't let them dry out, and they can last a very long time. Love wipes for putting on your baby registry. To me, it just makes sense and it is practical. Now, of course, there's different types of wipes. You are going to find what you like over time. And for me, I just use like the store brand. Like at Walmart, I get like the basic whatever brand is the Walmart brand. At Kroger, the Kroger brand. I don't worry about a certain type per se. Now, I have found some that I like better than others. Again, I feel like I don't like Huggies. There's water wipes. They can be a little more pricey. We haven't really experienced much of those. But overall, you will find what works for you. All right, so that is my take on diapering your baby. I hope this helped you build your baby registry, maybe get some items that you forgot if baby's already here. Overall, be minimalistic. You don't need a lot of these things, all right? I'm definitely not marketing them towards you. If anything, I'm telling you, don't get them. The items that I would get, diaper caddy, obviously wipes and diapers, the butt paste and the butt paste like spatula, diaper bag, that ideally comes with a changing pad for on the go, and the potty seat for in the future. But that's about it. I'm not saying you need to put the potty seat on your registry. Like I said, it does depend. Do you want to do disposable? Do you want to do elimination communication? Or do you want to do cloth diapering? All right, and when it comes to your method, I would say the support around you matters. If you're going to put your baby in daycare, things like elimination communication and cloth diapering might not be an option. Okay, as much as you might want them. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you're going to live that life, you get to do what you want to do. Okay, so realistically, you got to see what's going to work for your family and your lifestyle. Again, I hope this helped you, and I hope to see you back here in another video. I will link more in the description, and hopefully they will pop up on the screen for you. Right now, I go through baby registries, and like today, I curated this one myself, focused specifically on diapering, but some of my baby registries are from random mamas, and we'll have a little bit of everything in every department. Okay, so we give the pros, we give the cons, and we talk about what we should skip and what we should get for our babies. I'll see you in one of those videos. Until then, have a great day.